The role of Russia in World War II. June 22, 1941, Hitler unleashes Operation Barbarossa, the largest military invasion in history. With over 3 million Axis troops pouring into Soviet soil, Russia faced annihilation. Despite initial devastation, the Soviet spirit refused to crumble. This marked the beginning of Russia's relentless fight to turn the tide of World War II. Following crushing losses in the early days, Soviet forces regrouped under immense pressure. The cities of the Soviet Union became fortresses of resistance. Hitler envisioned a swift conquest, but he underestimated the resilience of the Red Army and the Russian people. The East became the war's bloodiest front. In 1942, the German Sixth Army marched toward Stalingrad, aiming to seize the city and cripple Soviet morale. The bloody confrontation that followed engulfed the region in ferocious, street-by-street combat. Stalingrad symbolized Soviet tenacity and became the grave of Hitler's ambitions in the East. The Red Army's encirclement of German forces in a daring counteroffensive reversed the tide of the war. After months of unrelenting combat and unimaginable losses, Soviet victory at Stalingrad in early 1943 marked a turning point, not just in the Eastern Front but for the entire conflict, rewriting the war's outcome. Following Stalingrad, momentum favored the Soviets. Major battles like Kursk in 1943 showcased the might of the Red Army, now revitalized and on the offensive. The largest tank battle in history unfolded as Soviet forces decisively halted German advances, further cementing their dominance on the Eastern Front. As German forces retreated, the Red Army began liberating Eastern Europe. Alongside military success, they left behind trailblazing stories of resilience, such as women pilots known as the Night Witches and partisans undermining Axis control. These efforts highlighted Russia's extraordinary contributions to Allied victory. By 1944, Soviet forces crossed into Germany, bringing the war to the Nazi heartland. The Battle of Berlin in April 1945 became a defining moment, as the Red Army stormed the ruined city in a passionate final effort. Once more, Russia's sacrifices stood unparalleled in scale and impact. Soviet soldiers raised their flag over the Reichstag on May 2, signaling the fall of Nazi Germany. A long, harrowing chapter in history came to an end. Yet, the human cost for the USSR was staggering: more than 27 million lives lost, an enduring testament to the devastating involvement in the war. Russia's role in World War II cannot be understated. It showcased the strength of a nation under siege and highlighted sacrifice on a scale unimaginable. The Eastern Front consumed millions of resources and lives, determining much of the war's outcome and ensuring the ultimate defeat of Axis powers. Beyond victory, the war reshaped the global stage, turning Russia into a superpower and sparking the Cold War. The immense cost paid by its people continues to evoke lasting reflection. Russia's contribution exemplifies both the horrors and heroism ingrained within the history of World War II. The Soviet Union's sacrifices and monumental role serve as a powerful reminder of the cost of conflict and the resilience of humanity. Dive deeper into history, honor their legacy, and share these stories to ensure they're never forgotten. If this inspired you, like and subscribe to uncover more moments that shaped our world.